The global leaders meeting on women on Monday in China. And in sports news, One Love FC have been crowned champions of the inaugural Banjul Sports Committee Beach Soccer Nawetan 2025 after defeating QCity FC in a thrilling final at the Banjul Beach on Sunday. Stay tuned as we bring you more on these and other stories. And now here's news in detail. The Gambia on Monday joined the rest of the world in marking the International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction, observed annually on October 13th to promote awareness on building resilient communities and reducing the impact of disasters. Jacqueline Coley tells us more.
In the Gambia, the National Disaster Management Agency, NDMA, in partnership with the West Africa Coastal Areas Management Program, WACA, and other stakeholders, led the commemoration under the theme, Fund Resilience, Not Disaster. The theme underscores the need for increased investment in disaster risk reduction at both national and international levels, emphasizing that all development initiatives should be risk-informed and resilient. Sana Dahaba, Executive Director of NDMA, reaffirmed the government's commitment to resilience building and disaster prevention, noting a significant drop in the number of people affected by disasters this year compared to previous years.
This year has been notable for experiencing a decline in the number of individuals affected by disaster when compared to previous years. Our comprehensive disaster collection effort revealed that as of September, over 17,000 people across the country had been impacted by various disasters.
Abdullah C., representing WACA, emphasized the importance of investing in prevention rather than response and recovery.
It is a call to action on the need to strengthen systems, enhance community awareness, and promote sustainable solutions that reduce the risk and impacts of disasters when they strike. This idea lies at the heart of what WACA projects. That is why every year we work with the National Disaster Management Agency to conduct a joint community awareness campaign on disaster risk reduction, emergency preparedness and response, and early warning systems.
Mr. C. also highlighted the impact of this year's WACA sensitization campaign carried out in partnership with the NDMA.
Our focus is to restore and reprofile the Koto stream to protect more than 200,000 people from the recurring threats of flooding and pollution. And today, I am pleased to inform you that after months of studies, we have now begun seeing the details of a potential design for the stream. And in the next couple of weeks, we'll be convening with our partners to assess the design options for the Koto stream restoration.
Tabara Cisse, representing the Office of the Vice President, emphasized the urgent need for greater budgetary allocation to tackle the escalating impacts of climate change, which continue to inflict both environmental damage and human suffering.
In the Gambia, like many countries, climate-induced disasters such as floods, windstorms, and coastal erosions are becoming increasingly frequent and severe. This event reminds us that disaster risk reduction is not only a humanitarian imperative, but a critical component of national planning and sustainable growth.
The commemoration concluded with a call for stronger collaboration among government institutions, development partners, and communities to foster a more disaster-resilient Gambia. Jacqueline Coley reporting for QTV News.
Now, last Saturday, EcoBank Gambia Limited commissioned a fully refurbished and equipped computer lab with internet connectivity at the offices of the Gambia Organization of the Visually Impaired, GOVI, in Kanifing. The initiative is part of this year's annual EcoBank Day celebration. This year's event focused on inclusive learning and technology as tools for empowerment. Alusise reports.
Each year, EcoBank designates EcoBank Day as an opportunity to give back to communities it serves. For the past decades, the bank, the first to launch a cash deposit machine in the Gambia, has made significant contributions to the education and health sectors through this annual initiative. This year, under the theme Enabling Inclusive Learning for All Through Technology, marks the 13th edition of EcoBank Day. The bank's managing director, John Nyaba, is hopeful that the support will enhance teaching and learning.
We are handing over a completely refurbished ICT lab with the following items: 15 new computers equipped with assistive technology, internet service with access point and Wi-Fi adapters, backup power system, that's 3 kVA inverter and full installation, non-visual desktop access, that's NVDA software, has been installed on all the computers, providing assistive learning for children as well as headsets, making it easy for children to hear whatever is being projected on the screen.
Bintu Sane, chairperson of Govi, and Magistrate Mohamed Kurubali, president of the Gambia Federation of the Disabled, welcomed the donation as a demonstration of the bank's compassion and care beyond banking.
This help and support is not just for the students here, but also for our students that are in the mainstream schools, because the computers delivered here are not only going to benefit them here, but also help them to be able to have jobs whenever they're done with their schools.
It has the potential of making the blind and visually impaired to realize inclusion in all sectors. It has the potential of bringing a lot of possibilities that people thought impossible.
Louis Moses Mendy, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, believes every child deserves the chance to learn and thrive. Gender, Children and Social Welfare Minister Fatou Kinte thanked EcoBank Gambia Limited for the support, which she said will empower the students to realize their dreams as future leaders.
It reminds us all that every child, regardless of ability, background, or circumstance, deserves the chance to learn, to dream, and to thrive.
So let's join our hands together and form a partnership to support people with disability. For me, I keep saying that no man is an island. If you want to go fast, walk alone. But if you want to go far, you have to team up with others.
This year's celebration marks the conclusion of a 3-year campaign entitled Transforming Africa Through Education. The leading Pan-African bank, EcoBank Limited, operates in over 30 African countries, providing excellent banking services. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cissé.
Now, renowned British Gambian musician, educator and activist Sona Jobate has officially launched the Gambia Academy, a pioneering educational institution created in collaboration with the Zakat Foundation. The inauguration represents a significant step in Jobate's ongoing mission to transform education across Africa. Yafatu Gay tells us more.
Founded in 2015, the Gambia Academy is a pioneering institution that challenges traditional education systems, which, according to Sona Jobate, have long marginalized and disempowered young Africans. Her vision is to create schools that foster not only academic excellence, but also cultural pride, entrepreneurship, and leadership.
I've always believed in the importance of education. I think that's been my #1 priority for a long time. I realized it when I was at university. That's the time I realized there was a disconnect between what I had access to in university in Europe and what people had access to here. And so that's when I really realized that there's something that has to be done there to change. That's where the seed was planted.
The Gambia Academy curriculum is designed to reorient learning around African values, culture, and history. While integrating practical subjects such as entrepreneurship, leadership, health, nutrition, and vocational training. This holistic approach aims to equip students with both intellectual knowledge and real-world skills. The inauguration showcased traditional music and student performances. Participants including balafon player Sidiki Jabate and young entrepreneur Rohi Baji spoke about how the Academy has enhanced their confidence, creativity and aspirations.
When I first attended school in the Gambia, the education system was the same as what I experienced in Europe. You know, the same books, the same mentality, the same way of thinking, the same narrative. Again, it's very painful. It's very painful to see young Africans growing up missing something so vital in their learning. A chance to be able to know their own history, to know their own heritage, to know their own culture, to know what it means to have their own voice.
My journey of self-discovery began at the Gambia Academy, and I believe every African deserves the same opportunity. Through the curriculum we learn, and most especially our history classes, I've learned about what it meant to be an African. I've learned about powerful dark-skinned African role models who built and led their nations with pride.
Abdoulaye Job, the Gambia's Minister of Tourism, praised the initiative, describing it as a powerful model of education that aligns with the Gambia's culture and development goals. Khalid Damir, founder of the Zakat Foundation, spoke about his organization's commitment to empowering youth through education, noting that supporting this project means investing in Africa's future.
The Zakat Foundation goal is to make sure that causes we support uplift the communities, uplift the society that will not need anybody's help.
Issa Sidibe, CEO of Dynamic Builders, whose company built the school, praised the Academy's vision and highlighted the importance of partnership that promotes community development. For Sona Jobate, the world's first female professional kora player, the Academy embodies her greatest ambition, nurturing a generation of African children who are proud, skilled, and prepared to lead their continent. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatu Gay.
And the report there by Yafatu Gay will lead us to the commercial break, but when we return, we have national, international, and sports news stories. We'll be right back.
Browse Bitus. QCell brings you a promo like never before. Get unlimited internet for just $25. Yes! Recharge $25 and enjoy the convenience of free internet from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day with our Browse with Us promo. With this amazing offer, you can browse, stream, and download all your favorite movies for free. So why wait? Recharge $25 today and enjoy free internet only with QCell between 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, Senior Bus, we innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Looking for the perfect place to promote your product or place your advert? Look no further than QTV. We are the premier destination for businesses looking to connect with Gambian audiences and beyond. At QTV, we offer a variety of advertising solutions to suit your needs and budget. With our diverse range of programming, you can be sure that your ad will reach a broad and engaged audience. From our popular news broadcast to our exciting music and entertainment programming, QTV has something for everyone. QTV, the premier destination for advertising in the Gambia. Contact us today and let us help you reach your audience.
Welcome back from the commercial break. Be reminded you're watching QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studios on Kairaba Avenue. Now, in observance of the International Day of the Girl Child, the Gambia's Minister of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, Fatou Kinte, has emphasized the importance of empowering girls through education, protection and equal opportunities, reminding the nation that investing in girls is investing in the future. Our Bob tells us more.
The International Day of the Girl Child is observed every year on October 11th, celebrating girls around the world and recognizing their rights, achievements, and the challenges they continue to face in pursuit of equality and empowerment. Fatou Kinte, Minister of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, underscored the significance of the day, describing it as a reminder to invest in the potential and leadership of every girl.
Today we join the global community in commemorating the International Day of the Girl Child, a day dedicated to recognizing and empowering girls as agents of change, innovation, and leadership. This year, under the theme, quote-unquote, "The girl I am, the change I lead," we celebrate the strength, resilience, and the potential of every girl, not just as the future of our nation, but as powerful leaders of today and tomorrow.
The day shines a spotlight on the struggles girls endure worldwide, from poverty and conflict to crises that threaten their education, safety and future. Minister Kinte also drew attention to some of the challenges confronting girls in the Gambia.
Many girls still face immense challenges, such as early and forced marriages, gender-based violence, limited access to education and health care, FGMC, and unequal opportunities. These barriers not only hold our girls back, they hold our nation back.
The gender minister reaffirmed her ministry's commitment to tackling the barriers that continue to limit the progress and empowerment of girls.
My ministry reaffirms its commitments to promote gender equality and eliminate discriminatory and harmful practices against girls, invest in education and skills development for girls to thrive in an evolving world, strengthen provincial protection systems to safeguard girls from violence, exploitation, and abuse, create platforms for girls' voices to be heard in schools, in communities, and in decision-making spaces.
The International Day of the Girl Child celebrates empowerment and inclusion, serving as a powerful reminder to governments, families, and communities that when girls are educated, protected, and given a voice, they not only change their own lives, but also transform the world around them. For QTV News, I am Bob.
Now on to international news. During the opening ceremony of the Global Leaders Meeting on Women on Monday in Beijing, President Xi Jinping reiterated China's commitment to promoting women's development worldwide. Usman Jatta reports from Beijing, China.
The Global Leaders Meeting on Women marks the 30th anniversary of the 1995 Fourth World Conference on Women. The event seeks to reaffirm the Beijing Declaration, accelerate its implementation, and renew global efforts towards gender equality and women's all-round development. Women are crucial in reforming and improving the global governance system. We must support them in assuming their historic responsibilities, enabling them to play a substantive role in global governance and share in its benefits. This year's theme underscores global unity to accelerate women's empowerment, equality, and full participation in building an inclusive future. President Xi outlined 4 key actions: creating supportive environments, driving development momentum, strengthening governance for women's rights, and enhancing global cooperation. International guests, including Amina J. Mohammed, Deputy UN Secretary General, and Ghana's President John Dramani Mahama, emphasized the importance of empowering women worldwide.
Your commitment is a vital reminder. This agenda must deliver for all of us, and its success depends on all of us. Yet, despite our pledges, renewed just weeks ago during the high-level week at the United Nations, progress for women and girls is moving at a glacial pace. In many areas, it is not just stalled, it is reversing. We stand just 5 years from the deadline of our 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. The hour is late. We are running out of time to make good on the promise we made 3 decades ago. So let us be clear-eyed about the road ahead.
And I wish to use this platform to call on my colleague African leaders to focus on the welfare and empowerment of African women. Gender equality is not just a matter of justice, It is a driver of sustainable development.
President Xi's keynote address also highlighted China's proposals to advance women's rights, promoting progress in health, education, and social welfare across nations. China continues to improve women's living conditions, having achieved the poverty reduction and health-related goals of the UN 2030 agenda ahead of schedule, Beijing says. This meeting aims to further strengthen gender equality and women's all-round development worldwide. Osman Jata, QTV News, Beijing, China.
Now, also in international news, Cameroon stands at a crucial political crossroads as citizens eagerly await the official results of the presidential election held on Sunday. Aisha Dubari tells us more.
The vote, which to the surprise of many, according to one unverified source, saw a higher turnout than the 2018 election, has been described by observers as one of the most competitive and significant in the country's recent history. The polls, conducted peacefully in most regions, drew both local and international attention due to the heightened expectations for political change and national unity, as Paul Biya seeks to extend his 43 years in power. Biya, who at 92 is the world's oldest head of state, is being challenged realistically by 9 candidates, although a record of 83 people registered their candidacy in the election, of which 7 were women. If Biya wins, it will be his 8th consecutive term in office, with the next election due in 2032, by which time he will be 97. Going against the Electoral Commission's advice not to put out unverified claims of victory, the Union for Change 2025 has declared its candidate, Issa Chiroma Bakari, as the winner. In reality, Elecam has up to 2 weeks to announce the final result. The Electoral Commission has urged patience as vote counting continues, emphasizing transparency and accuracy in the process. Interior Minister Paul Atangangi said voting took place without incident across the country, but there was a call for a boycott in the English-speaking regions in the west, and there were reports of clashes in the north, after unverified reports that Biya had declared himself the winner. Meanwhile, both local and international observers have noted improvements in organization compared to previous elections. Though some have called for further reforms to strengthen transparency and inclusivity in future polls. The electoral body, Elecam, has responded by reaffirming its commitment to fairness, accountability, and the democratic will of the people. In several regions affected by conflict and difficult terrain, Elecam officials work tirelessly to deliver materials and manage polling stations, ensuring that citizens could exercise their right to vote. The Commission has emphasized that its priority remains the credibility of the process, urging citizens and political actors to remain calm as results are verified and compiled. The outcome will not only determine Cameroon's next leader but also reflect the strength and credibility of its democratic institutions. Aisha Tubari, QTV News.
Now on to sports news. One Love FC have been crowned champions of the Maiden Banjul Sports Committee Beach Soccer Nawetan 2025 following a 2-1 win over Q City FC at the Banjul Beach on Sunday. The match was attended by officials of the Gambia Football Federation and regional local government authorities. More in this report. Sunday's final delivered a lot of entertainment as both teams provided strong performances, much to the delight of spectators and fans. Ahmad Tijan Toure opened the deadlock in the 22nd minute before doubling One Love's lead with a second goal in the 34th minute. A consolation goal late into the game for Q City wasn't enough to overturn the tie in their favor as they lost to the City Boys. One Love FC received a cash prize, a giant trophy and medals for emerging winners, while runners-up Q City FC also received a cash prize and scooped the Best Goalkeeper and Coach awards for their outstanding performance. Here is how the coaches Babukar Gay of One Love FC and Omar Silla of Q City FC reacted after the match.
The game because since day one we play level best.
It was a difficult game and the boys did extremely well. I am so proud of the team. We used to play in the Nawetan, but since there is none this year, we decided to participate in this tournament. Surprisingly, the boys made everyone proud. We defeated almost all the teams we played against, won some by 4 goals, others by 3 goals. It has been a great joy watching them play.
Lose rek moo ñëw rek waaye képp ku seetaan game bi from suñ first match bi ba léegi di nga war a xam ne daal definitely suñ team bi baax na trop waaye daal we lose as a team.
We were just unlucky today. We have a good team and they played very well. However, it just wasn't our lucky day. We played and lost as a team. The boys have performed very well throughout this tournament, all the way to the final. I wish to congratulate our opponents. Imam Masja, president of the Q City Beach Soccer team, commended the Banjul Sports Committee for organizing the tournament and the Gambia Football Federation for their support. And as he appeals for increased investment and broader support to help develop and promote beach soccer in the Gambia, he announces the opening of the Ajib Beach Soccer Field at Q City this weekend.
We have a field getting open next week at Ajib Beach Soccer and Volleyball Field at Q City. So everyone is invited, yeah. So I feel like the sport is, all the Gambians don't want football. So I think it's easy to build a sport like beach soccer. Because people are always in the beach playing football. Sunday, they're all in the beach. Right now, there's so many people in the beach here. So I think it's very important to have people to do this sport. I think there's no loss in it. There's a gain in it. There's no loss in it, in my opinion.
Sunday's final was graced by senior officials from the Banjul City Council and all 3 National Assembly members representing Banjul. In addition, the BCC, GFF President Lamin Kababajo, Finance Director Kemo Sise, Secretary General Lamin Jase, and 4th Vice President Senabu Cham all contributed either in cash or kind towards the successful organization of the tournament. Answane Sonyasi for KTV News. On this bulletin, but do join us at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. Until then, thanks for watching.